Rishi from the Growing Home. Today I want to talk to you about seeds. Our theme of the month for February is Seeds of Hope. And as you may know, when you buy food at the grocery store, you're not buying food that is very good for you. It's been grown with seeds that have been bred, hybridized, and genetically modified so that those foods can withstand transportation, can withstand refrigeration, and will still look pretty. They won't be all bruised up when they arrived, at the grocery store. When we're eating food, what do we want from the food? What we want is we want that food to be full of nutrients, to be free of pesticides and other chemicals, and to be tasty. I mean, why would you eat food that doesn't taste good? So that's why we really encourage everyone to grow as much food as they can at home. And when you're growing food at home, you get to do things that people who buy food at the grocery store, even the farmer's market, don't get to do. You get to choose the seeds that you grow your food from, which can be really, really important. So like I said, the seeds that are grown commercially are seeds that don't really produce nutrient-dense food, flavorful food, beautiful food. But when we're growing food at home, we can actually choose seeds that have all those qualities that we actually want in our food. The types of seeds that we choose here when we're growing food at the Growing Home or at Sarvodaya Farms we choose seeds that produce flavorful, healthy food. We normally choose open pollinated seeds, and sometimes we'll use hybridized seeds, but hybridized seeds that have still been bred for taste, nutrition, health, and we're growing them without chemicals and chemical pesticides and chemical fertilizers. And the cool thing when you grow food at home is that when you like something, you can actually save the seeds of it. So in most cases, when you're growing open pollinated seeds, you can take the seeds from the plant that you've grown and save it for next year. And so today in this video, I wanted to show you our seed bank. And our seed bank is the place where we actually store the seeds that we've saved. So if you're going to save seeds, you got to have a seed bank where you keep those seeds safe until the next season when it's time to plant them again. So when you're choosing your seed bank site, what you want to look for is an area that is away from direct sunlight and away from any heat source, and also you want to choose a dry location. So our seed bank here is just a shelf, a bookshelf. It's not facing a window, it's not getting any direct sunlight on it, and it's in a dry area here. We don't have a refrigerator running or anything that will create moisture. And this is all it is. It's just a dry, dark area. And when you're saving your seeds, an important thing to do is to save your seeds in glass jars. A lot of people save their seeds in paper or in plastic, and when you do that, you are allowing moisture into your jar or your packet, and that moisture will affect how long you can store the seed, just like heat will affect how long you can store the seed. So if you store seed in glass, then that seed will stay long for a really long time because you're trapping out any moisture and you're keeping the seed very well protected. No bugs can't eat through glass, but bugs can definitely eat through plastic. They can definitely eat through paper. So store your seeds in glass. When you're saving your seed, you also want to label your seeds so that you know what you're saving. So I'm going to try to zoom in here on this jar and show you our labels. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Okay, so we print out these little labels. You can see it says the Growing Home on there. And what you want to do, you want to put the seed type, so that will be kind of the species. This is a pepper seed. And then we'll put the variety if you know it. So this one says sweet red. We put the date, so the month and the year, so we'll always know. It will know how old the seeds are, and we also put the collection location. So this one says Amy's Farm. That's a friend friend of ours nearby. So we put Amy's farm, and we put a grade. So this seed we said was grade B. It was from a fruit that was maybe not, not the best, but the seed still looked okay inside of it. Maybe the fruit was not very good, so we put a grade B. And if it was a seed that was from a really good fruit, something that we really liked, then we could put grade A or even grade AA. So we just want to know what the quality of that seed is. And when we have that down, we just store it away into the seed bank. And you can see here we have the seeds separated by the season or what type of seed they are. So we have our beans up here, we have our corn, our summer vegetables, our winter vegetables, our herbs and greens. So that way when we're looking for the seeds that we need, we know exactly where to find them. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create a seed bank, how you store and save your seeds so they'll last for a really long time. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about is that we're going to have next week on Saturday, February 28th, our community potluck. And this month we're going to be talking about seeds of abundance. How do we bring back the seeds that are going to feed us healthy, nutritious food? And our guest speaker for the month is going to be David King. He's from the Seed Library of Los Angeles. And what the Seed Library of Los Angeles does is that they get seed from local gardeners, they collect that seed, and they check it out to people. So let's say you wanted to grow tomatoes, you go to the seed library, you get a packet of tomato seeds, you grow those tomatoes out, you eat the tomatoes, and at the end of the season, you check back in more seeds than you checked out. And so now the seed library is holding your seeds that have adapted to your local climate and your local soil, and we start to build, the seed library is building this bank of locally adapted, organically adapted seeds for Los Angeles. So David's doing some really cool work. He's going to talk about that. He's also going to talk about the GMO-free LA campaign that he was a part of. And the other thing we're going to be doing is showing a video called The Web of Life, which is a documentary about Dr. Vandana Shiva, who many of you know. She's an activist from India, and I went to her farm, and her farm is where I learned about seed saving and how to do all these amazing things. And the documentary follows her life and her work, and we'll be talking about how, what she's doing to save the seeds that humanity has been cultivating for centuries and centuries, and which is now being lost to big corporations who are trying to patent and protect and genetically modify the seeds which are the foundations of our culture and of our society. So it's a really cool film. We've seen it before, and we wanted to share it with all of you. So please join us for the potluck. Again, it's Saturday, February 28th, and I'm going to be putting the link right with this video, so you can go over to there and register. I hope to see you there, and thanks for watching this video.